Democrats want to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. The nonpartisan CBO says that move by itself will kill 1.4 million jobs here in the United States. The Senate parliamentarian ruled that the increase could not be included in a reconciliation bill, and that led to Senator Bernie Sanders calling on the Senate to just ignore the rule. Isn't this typical of what the left does? They just ignore laws that get in their way of totalitarian power.
Oh, it's absolutely correct. I mean, anybody could win a football game if you can just arbitrarily make up the rules. Oh, well, I only made it 8 yards by the fourth down. Turns out you only need 8 for a first down now. That's exactly what you saw in the 2020 election, and it's exactly what you're starting to see with this $15 minimum wage that you just saw Bernie Sanders also just say that he's just going to ignore that rule. The reason it's so dangerous is because part of those 1.4 million jobs that we would lose overnight if we hiked up our minimum wage to $15, a significant portion of those jobs rest in my district, which is heavily based on tourism. And if you start taking away from my district, guess what? It's going to start to trickle down to every other district in the country.
No kidding. It is and I think you used the right word there. It is trickle down. One industry impacts another industry, and pretty soon you have a cascade effect that we will never recover from. And that's why I believe the Democrat Socialists are pushing for this, because the United States would never recover. Now, you attended your first CPAC over the weekend. What do conservatives need to do to take control over a Republican Party that seems all too willing to surrender or to make it their job to normalize the deviant behavior of Democrats?
Well, Chris, I've got to say, you definitely were not at CPAC, because those young conservatives that I had the opportunity to speak to are pissed off and they're not ready to give up anything. Donald Trump really fired everybody up. We're looking forward to having another America First president, whether it's in Donald Trump or somebody else from the Republican Party. But this American First agenda is here to stay, and we're never going to go back to the tasseled loafer, just weak-nosed Republican Party that we used to have.
Now, let me circle back to where we started with the preamble, because I find it very suspect of a whole bunch of folks in the media, in particular CNN, that has been trying to cover up for Mr. Cuomo's new allegations. And Congressman, I think they're doing this by attacking guys like you. CNN spent months ignoring Cuomo's scandals. They wasted no time on reporting an old issue surrounding you. CNN and others are alleging that several women are accusing you of misconduct in college. What is your response?
Well, these allegations are patently false. My liberal lawyer of an opponent during my election all last year brought these up in depth and really tried to present these allegations, which are just that, nothing more than allegations, to the people of Western North Carolina. And the people of Western North Carolina had over 8 months to really analyze this and understand if they thought it was true or not. And we were able to pull off a landslide victory. And, people in my district just think that it is the most thinly veiled threat of just trying to say, hey, you need to drop out of this race or we're going to ruin your reputation. But that's exactly why the people of Western North Carolina voted for people like me and Donald Trump, is because they don't want somebody who's going to back down just because someone's the other side's willing to lie about you.
Do you see that the political Democrat socialist operatives at places like CNN and MSNBC and others are trying to use this old story to try to give cover to Governor COVID Cuomo?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, once we just had the nursing home scandal that was going on inside of New York, but now we have other allegations of his own which are coming out. And you know what? I genuinely believe that everyone's innocent until proven guilty. But it just makes so much sense that they're going to start attacking a Republican because, one, they're unable to defend their own governor in New York, kind of what they would said should be a model governor for everyone across the country. And also, they're unable to defend any of their policy positions. And so, therefore, they are just going to come start spewing attack ads and starting to lie about other Republicans, which is the normal Democratic playbook, because all they can do is appeal to emotion because their policy agenda has no real sense.
Yeah, why do Democrats need attack ads when they've got CNN? Congressman, always a pleasure talking with you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hi, Emma Reckenberg here. If you like this video, there's a whole lot more to see on Newsmax TV. You can watch for free right here on our YouTube live stream and be the first one here each time our experts break down real news. Just hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, and stay with us on America's fastest growing cable news channel, Newsmax TV.